So today I'm putting the front brakes back together. So let me show you what I've done. So I add some rebuild kits for the wheel cylinders. So I cleaned these all up, put all new rubber goods inside, and got these ready to go. The next thing that I did was I wanted to clean up these backing plates. So there was a little bit of paint left on there. Most of them were rusted. So I was able to match the paint color very closely. So I went ahead and sandblasted both of these plates and then primered and painted with paint. And I think they came out pretty good. Certainly a lot better than they were. So then the other part was to clean up all the hardware that was at a lot of surface rust on them, all the springs and the adjuster cams. So I did two things. One, I didn't want to wire wheel everything, that would take forever. So I went ahead and tried to use some kind of a chemical to go ahead and see if that would take off most of the surface rust. So I tried two different things. One was muriatic acid, which worked fine, but I thought maybe it was a little too aggressive. And then I thought of using this that I had in my shed, which is a descaler that I use for my swamp cooler to remove all the scale and hard water deposits that accumulates in a swamp cooler. So I put everything in a little plastic container, let them soak overnight, rinse everything off, and actually they came out pretty good. All of the surface rust is gone, and we're back to the bare metal. I may spray a little bit of WD-40 on there just to kind of protect it from rusting. I did take a little bit of steel wool just to go over everything real quick. And then the other part was all this little smaller hardware, which again, I soaked first in that descaler chemical, but then, I wanted to clean it up a little bit more. So what I thought about doing is, basically I made myself a little tumbler. I took the media blast that I put in my sandblaster. This happens to be black aluminum oxide. I put all the parts inside this little plastic container, and all the nuts and bolts and little springs and clips and all that kind of stuff, and put them in this little plastic container, and I just been walking around and shaking it around for about 10 minutes, and I may do it a little bit more, but actually they're coming out pretty good. I've taken out a couple of them, take a look at it, once I clean them off, get a rag and wipe them down. Actually, they look pretty good. Most of the surface rust is now gone. Most of it was removed by the chemical, but this just kind of gives it a little bit more of a shine, just to kind of clean everything. So like I said, it just kind of works like a little tumbler, and with some media blast in there, and cleans them up pretty good. So anyways, so now that I've got all the parts cleaned up, it's time to start assembling everything. One other thing that I did, so between this piece here and the backing plate, which this kind of goes like that before it bolts to the suspension, there was a gasket in here in between these two, and I wasn't able to save it. As I took everything apart, the gasket pretty much disintegrated and came apart. So what I'm gonna do is, and I don't know if that gasket is available, and to try to find it, it'd probably take me forever. But anyways, I have some gasket material paper, so I went ahead and traced it, and I'm gonna cut it out and make my own gaskets. It's very simple, so it shouldn't take me too long, and it shouldn't be too much effort, and I'll be able to put a new gasket in there. So that's where we are. I'll start putting things back together, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. I'll catch you on the flip side.